Improvements as far as the 14M3 goes, the auto differential lock and unlock is a standard feature. The electronic throttle control that I talked about that works with stable blade is a standard feature. The advanced control joysticks and cross slope are optional attachments. Auto articulation is an optional attachment. Stable blade is an optional attachment. C13 engine, that's a big change to this machine. That's the same engine that goes into the 16 and the 18 M3. So it's got a lot of capability in that engine block. We've dialed it into this power class and made it Tier 4 final certified and compliant. So it does have the diesel exhaust fluid now, which is a change for 14 size customers. When the motor grader is cutting, it's very stable. It doesn't bounce because there's cutting edge down pressure. When I go to do that feathering side of the application, that's when there's less down pressure on the cutting edge and the motor grader wants to start to hop. The motor grader starts to bounce. Most operators just let off the throttle. Slow the machine down, it kind of stabilizes, you get back into the throttle, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again because you're traveling at that speed, you're in that gear, you're in that sweet spot where the bounce wants to occur. Stable blade takes over that control. Rather than the operator manually managing the throttle, stable blade works with a sensor in conjunction with the engine and the electronic throttle control feature like cruise control that's standard on every grader, and it says, okay, you want to run 1800 RPM in fourth gear, lock it, sit back and relax, run your blade, and as that sensor feels that harmonic bounce about to occur, it works so quickly it will decelerate your machine automatically, slow you down until the sensor says, okay, we're good and stable, and then it will modulate your acceleration back to the intended target. And it happens before the cutting edge ever damages the surface. What we found in some of our early tests on the system is we've been able to demonstrate that a customer could save up to 14% in fuel burn by eliminating that rework, up to 14% in fuel burn, and through looking at the actual sensor itself that measures the amplitude, if you will, we've seen a 35% reduction in bounce. Auto articulation is exclusive from Caterpillar, it's patented, and it's what we call retrofittable, or it's compatible with legacy product. In an M series, the way it always has been is if you wanted to articulate the frame, and that means I'm moving the rear frame independent of the front frame, I would simply twist my wrist. It's very ergonomically friendly to do that. Okay? If I wanted to steer the motor grader, which is the front tires only, I lean it this way. If I want to do both at the same time, I twist and lean, or twist and lean. It's still fairly easy to do, but depending on what kind of work I'm doing, I might be coming to the end of my run, and I want to start to lift my blade up, articulate, and steer into the windrow and kind of feather that material out. That's three things I'm trying to do at once. So customers said, you know what would be simple, even simpler? Give me a button over here to turn on auto articulation. And so now all I have to do is steer the tires and it'll automatically articulate. This M3 cab is what you see on all our other M3 products. New seat, a better seat, better contouring, better support. These seats have optional heat and ventilation now. So that's new to the 14 size motor grader. The biggest improvement though, like I said, is on that right hand B post right there. Its predecessor had the message display, which is the text readout. We took that message display, we integrated it into the dash. You see, when we first put the messenger on the right-hand B post with the M series when it first came out, it was fine because all that was used for really was machine setup. I want my launch gear to be this, I want my auto shift gears to be this, and it was fine. And then you'd go to work and you'd never really look at that screen. As we started to get cross slope, cat grade cross slope, for example, as that started to become more and more popular and we put more and more systems out there, customers wanted us to start to leverage, we wanted to integrate the system more to the machine, so we decided to use the actual display. But when the display was over here, and I'm an operator and I'm trying to watch the blade and move material and also reference those numbers for cross slope, which would be, hey, here's my actual slope, it's actually 3%, and here's my target, I want to get to 4%. I use those numbers all day. I'm looking at them all day. The point being is, when it's over here, not the best spot. Let's get it into the dash. So now I've got direct line of sight to those numbers, and my blade. So we designed an ergonomic inside handle that allows the operator to use their thumbs to turn the system on and off, to change what we call the increment or decrement, which is taking the target value up or down, these types of things. They can do it with their thumbs. It has the ability to program up to 2 auxiliary function maps. And once those maps are programmed, the operator can switch back and forth between technology, aka blade control, and the auxiliary mapping if they choose to. You can't run them both at the same time because they use the same rollers and buttons, but you can switch back and forth.